includes Muslims, Christians. But as a Jewish, I was born into the British monarchy. Had to buy a lavalier because I know a lot of you can't hear me because of my sarcoidosis. But I'm a Jewish queen, born of the house of David, and I've been told by many Muslims that I've been welcome in all parts of the Middle East because of my family's surname. And what's happening in Gaza hurts me as well because my ancestry is linked to Yeshua. My family's history is linked to Yeshua. Joseph was a Palestinian, or Yosef is a Palestinian Jew, and Mary was an Israeli Jewess. But at the end of the day, we're all seeds of Abraham. Abraham's the father of Christians, Muslims, and Jews. And I didn't put Jews last because I understand anti-Semitism. My husband and I are victims of anti-Semitism. We were victims in 2011. My neighbor, who was white British, funny enough, I never got any. There was only one bloke who had one of those Shemitahs threatening to behead me, and that knew I was a Jew, and he was put up to that anyway. I know who the person that put him up to that, but the person's no longer here on earth. As you can hear, my husband's listening to GB News, and it has been putting distress on me and upset on me because I have to speak as a queen of the people, my people, because I know what anti-Semitism is, but I also understand people fearing Muslims. It's stupid. Not all Muslims are heretics or are going to kill all us Jews. They're not. I met good Muslims. I've met very good Muslims, kind Muslims, and people who accept me as a Jewess and wish me no harm. So why can't we unite together, Jews, Muslims, and Christians, as one, as sons and daughters of Abraham? Because we are the sons and daughters of Abraham. Christ made us the sons and daughters of Abraham. And that is why we are the seeds of Abraham. So why must we fight and keep fighting when we can? I mean, why can't Israelis and Palestinians share Gaza? There's no reason why they can't share. The hatred has got to stop. It has got to stop. I'm not long for this world. And I'm glad. I want to know that my people are safe in England. And so, which my people are, like I said, I'm because of me being at the house of David, that puts me as queen of the Jews, because I was also born a British royal princess. So I have to speak as I am. But I love everyone. It doesn't matter if you're from Palestine, Israel. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim. It doesn't matter if you're Christian. I'm a Messianic Jewess. I love Christ. He visited me twice. Twice Christ came here to me. And he said loving is giving. And that's what he expects of us. Why do you have to keep making divisions amongst yourselves? Why do you have to keep dividing Christ up into different segments? There's only one Father in heaven. And he gave of himself to us to die for our sins. And he rose again 2,000 years ago. And I know there's some Jews that say, no, 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 yes, 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 that was him. And he came to me twice, and he's come to take me home the third time I see him. But I need to know that you have to learn that we're all the sons and daughters of Abraham. The Lord gave Abraham, he promised Abraham many sons and daughters, and that's exactly what we are. And besides that, before the fall of Babylon, we were all Hebrews, we were all Jews, and before that, we were all Afrikaans. We came from Africa, all of us, every single one of us, have African in us. So why can't we stop this race? Because another thing I'll tell you, there's no such thing as white supremacy or black supremacy, because whites came from blacks, reds came from blacks, yellows came from blacks. We are all one people through Christ our Lord and Father, Abba, or Allah as the Muslims call him. And we also refer to him as Elohim, and they call him El as well, which is also referred. There's so many commonalities to keep us together, but you find too many divisive reasons to keep us apart. I love all of you, and I don't judge people based on what their nationality is. I love people. I tell you, we've had all kinds of people from, I love people when I meet people. I love learning about people. I love learning where they're from. I love learning about what their country is like. Because I see everyone as my brother and sister. But as a Jewish queen, I have to stand up and speak up also as a victim of anti-Semitism. My husband and I were a victim. My neighbor was white British, and she saw that I had African curly hair, and she decided that, her words to me, she sang and danced, and her words were, sorry about that, it's just my case. Her words were, her stink will follow her everywhere she goes. Yes, that's what I got told. That's what she sung to me. My stink will follow me everywhere I go. I've had to carry that for the last 12 years now. The Lord has dealt with her, and I forgave her. So find it in your heart. Yes, I forgave someone who was anti-Semitic towards me. But it's not just what she did that has affected me and my husband. We were violently and aggressively raped by 2 security guards. And the one that raped me, he was a Muslim. His surname was Alinde. So, yes, but I don't hate Muslims because I was raped by one. No. Why should I? Yes, he must have known I was a Jewess. I don't care. The fact is, the Lord deals with my enemies. I have to forgive them, and I do. But I don't hate people because they worship the Lord a different way to me. I don't. Why should I? There's only one God. He's the creator of all things, and there was nothing before him except him. Everyone keeps saying, well, who created God? God has always been. He has always been, and he always will be. He doesn't need a creator to create him. He always was, always is, and always will be. He just was lonely, so he created the heavenly realm. And then he created the heavens and the earth, and then he created us. And the way we pay him back is by hating each other. You know what that says in the scriptures about hating your brothers and sisters? That means that your soul is dark. No. If you want to enter into the kingdom of heaven, you have to turn away from darkness. You have to turn to the Lord. And you have to say, I forgive you, brother. I forgive you, sister, for what you did to me. And then the other one has to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was long, back in early 2000s. It was a young Muslim boy who was threatening me, and he was talking about coming over to the UK, and he was threatening to do something quite unpleasant. And so I said to him, I said, I'll tell you what we'll do. I said, I'll read your Quran if you read my, this is before I got the Sefer, this is before I even knew the Sefer existed. But I got him to read the Holy Scriptures, but even though the Lord's name is incorrect in the King James Version, it doesn't matter. At least I wanted him to see that the similarities, and that the Lord made sure that there were similarities in both books. But the only thing different between my book and his book was at the end it said about killing Christians and Jews. And when I read that bit, that hurt, because the rest, this is what I couldn't understand. The rest of the Quran was beautiful. It was so beautiful to read. And then to read the last bit about that we were infidels because Christian and Jews were infidels. Not seeds of Abraham, not brothers and sisters of Abraham, but infidels. And that hurt. That really did hurt me. That pained me because, that was a lie. And that was painted in a beautiful, beautiful book that was so much like my scriptures. And the words and that. And plus the fact that Yahushua was mentioned in the scriptures, and so was Mary. But at the end of the day, because I am a descendant of one of Mary and Joseph's 4 sons. They had 4 sons and 2 daughters after Mary had the divine birth to Yeshua. But, it just pains me when I think of how beautiful that Quran was until I got to that last bit. But I didn't want to tear the, I wish I could read the Quran without that bit in it, because it was a beautiful book. And it was very similar to the Sefer. And the Sefer is the divine book from which the Quran and the King James Bible have come from. So yes, there's only one Lord, and we all worship him the same way, but we all have different. And I will tell you something else as well. If you look at my videos, you'll see that I've been blessed to go to heavenly places, and that's because I can't hate anyone. I don't know. I don't want to hate anyone, but I can't hate anyone if I wanted to. I don't have the capacity to hate. I can hate what people do. I can hate their acts. I can hate behavior. I can hate their wickedness, but it doesn't mean I hate them. Hating a person's acts and behavior is not the same as hating them. Hating a person is wicked in and of itself. Love means forgiving. And if you look in, if everyone read, I think it's 2 Corinthians, I'll have to look it up. I'll put it up on my channel where it says that love is. And part of it is long suffering and forbearing and forgiving. And it also means caring. Don't worry, they're talking about some kind of sweet on the back there. But I ask and pray for all of you. And I ask and pray that there is a joining of, I would love to see the Jewish, the Christian, and the Muslim community together, working together. That would be like my final, that would be an answer to my prayers. Instead of hatred, there being love. Because that's what the Lord is. He's the God of love and the God of life. Everything He creates has life in it. All His creation and all the heavens and the earth, everything that He creates or has created has sentience and has life and knows how to love. And the thing is, yes, there are things that are evil in this world. We turn away from those things. We turn away from evil. But everyone can repent from their wickedness. Everyone can turn to God. Because when He comes again, and He is coming again, when Elohim comes, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess in Hebrew that Yahushua HaMashiach Elohim Melech HaMelechim Adonai HaAdonim has come. Everyone will say that. Everyone will say those words, whether he be Muslim, Christian, or Jew. Everyone will say those words. And that was what everyone will be saying is Yahushua, Yeshua, not Jesus, Yeshua, our Messiah, King of Kings and Lord of Lords has come. And that is exactly what He is. And Abraham, the Muslims are seeds of Abraham. Abraham's son Ishmael set up he was the one that where the Quran came through. But all of us, Abraham was Jewish, okay? Abraham was Jewish. And he was told he'd have, like I said, many seeds, covering many nations. And he has. Every one of us, including those in China, all around the world, we all descended from Abraham. We're all his seed. Muslim, Christian, Jew, wherever you be in the world, we're all the seeds of Abraham. And he was Jewish. And like Abraham, I had 2 visitors warning me about my neighbor's treachery. They didn't tell me why, but they told me I'd be seeking the Lord out and learning the truth and learning His name. And I've shared that with you. But all you have to do is seek Him out for yourself to see that I'm telling the truth. In fact, someone did seek Him out. I don't know what he believed before, but he looked it up. He said, "You're right." Because he looked up, that's what it was. He didn't know what the Lord's name was, the Lord's real name. So he looked it up. He Googled it. And he said, "Oh, you're right." He said, "You are correct." I said, "Yes, because that is, because what it is, why we're the Lord's chosen people, as many others started worshiping false idols, like what happens in Catholicism. They worship false idols. They don't confess to Christ, they confess to a pope. He's not Father. Father is in heaven, and He's all our Father. Every single living, breathing person on this planet, He is all our Father, and He's also the Father of those in the heavens. All He's created, he, they're His. We're His. And no, we are not alone. I've got a video I put out, and you'll see I've been on another Earth-type planet. And it wasn't Earth, because it had you couldn't see was the camera could not. Same with the ship I was on not too long ago. What it is when it's really bright, whatever it is I'm using to record on, the camera can't pick it up. The light, what it is, the light itself is a living thing. It's a living essence. And the problem is the camera just can't pick it up, so it looks dark. But I can't do much with it. I've tried and tried to bring it up, but I can't. But you have to accept that is not, where I go is not demonic, because the Lord allows me to go there. And He gives you, once you turn your life over to Him, and once you seek Him out, you get given the mysteries and the keys of the heavens. And it's beautiful. And no, we're not alone, never have been alone, never will be alone. And there's life throughout the heavens abundantly. And they're all in the same plight we are. And many of them fear God the same as I do, but they love Him too. And some of them have grown more spiritually, where others have not. But I just hope and pray that this message and that gets through to all of you, and that. But it really did hurt me what happened in London, because the thought of my people being slaughtered for something that is just evil, for nothing but pure hatred. That is just, what for? What have we done? And then I'm not anti-Muslim. Like I said, I love all people, because I know we're all seeds of Abraham. And if everybody remembers that, there can be peace. So please, I hope my message can be shared. Because I have trouble putting videos together. I do my best to try, but I find this is more important than anything else. So may the Lord be with you, and may He bless your way. Love you. May God go with you. Elohim go with you wherever you go. And take care.